Hi everyone, my name is Catherine, and today's chair yoga class is to celebrate the full moon. In this class, we'll focus on clarity, reflection, and gratitude, all things that come with the time of a full moon. But you could practice this anytime that you're looking for a grounded, stable class. We'll do a little bit of balancing poses, so you can take the whole thing in the chair, but we will also be standing for some of it, finding a sturdy chair that doesn't have wheels. If you want to have it on a carpet or a yoga mat, if that's accessible, whatever you have available. You shouldn't need any other props, but if you have a block or two handy and that's helpful, you could have that, or a blanket for the end of the practice. We'll begin for a moment of mindfulness, starting to relax the shoulders down away from the ears. Allow the spine to lengthen, maybe softening the eyes or softening the gaze down. Finding a few deep breaths here, centering and aligning our energies. Allowing the breath and the movement to all move together with awareness. As you set your breath here and start to lengthen the breath, it might feel right to set an intention too. The time of the full moon is a great time to journal and reflect, setting goals and intentions, even if it's just for this practice, this moment, or this day. Repeating your intention here now. Maybe writing it down if you have a journal handy. With the next breath, start to lower the hands from wherever they are down to your sides, rolling the shoulders back down and away a couple times. We'll start by warming up the neck, taking the eyes to look over one shoulder, either direction. Nice wide open eyes. We'll start to bring the gaze up and over like a half moon until you get to looking over the opposite shoulder. Gentle stretch of the neck as the eyes are wide open and we look up and over towards the other side. We'll do that one more time. Bringing the gaze, the chin, the eyes, the neck softly towards one side, creating this equal balance, equal grounded fullness, coming back to center. We'll start to lower the chin towards the chest, keep the shoulders rolled back and away, the spine, the heart lifting and extending as you start to bring the chin and the gaze up. Eyes wide open, start to lower the chin towards the chest. We'll just do that 2 more times, going at a pace, a distance that feels good in your body. Listening to your body opening through the throat, the heart, the chest. With the next breath, as you come up, we'll meet back at center and we'll start to take cat-cow, taking your hands to the tops of your legs. We'll reach the hands back, pull the shoulder blades back down and away, lift the nose, the gaze again. And then exhale, round the spine, finding this flexion and extension of the spine. Let the heart lead you forward as you pull the elbows back and find a little bit of a heart opener here, a little bit of a back bend. Pulling the navel back in towards the spine, rounding, bring the chin towards the chest. Let the head come all the way down. We'll take that one more time. Inhale to lift. And then exhale to round. Nice, coming back up to a tall spine. We'll find a little bit more mobility around the shoulders. So for this, we'll take the left hand towards your heart, keeping the torso still. We'll reach the right arm up towards where your wall and ceiling meet. So finding this wide reach here. And then take the hand in towards the opposite shoulder. Match your breath to the movement as you slowly start to lower the arm back down, bringing the arm to the shoulder and then back out to the side. Bringing the gaze with the hand through this whole motion as the arm slowly works its way down this motion from the upper part of the room that you're in or the environment that you're in all the way down towards the floor or the mat. Starting to work your way back up. Bring the hand in towards the shoulder and then reach out nice and long, creating some stability, flexibility, and movement through the arms. As we come back up towards the ceiling, we'll take 2 more reaches until we're back down to heart level, bringing that gaze over to the shoulder and back. Bring the gaze back out to the hand, and then coming back in as you lower the hand down, roll the shoulder down and away. Lowering both hands down, you may reach both arms up just to notice and feel any difference through one side versus the other. There may not be any. Take the opposite hand to the heart. Reach the arm out towards where the wall and the ceiling meet, or just this big V up towards the sky. Take the hand back to the shoulder and then start to descend back down, nice and slow and controlled with the movements. Finding this stability and grounding support through the practice. We'll use it as we move through the motions. As the hand starts to come closer towards the earth, we'll work our way back up towards the sky. Slow and steady, watching the hand as you move through each side, coming back to the shoulder and back up. Lowering back down as the whole torso remains still through this motion, meeting back at shoulder height, and then bring the hand back in, roll both shoulders down and away. Pause here and just feel how this feels in your shoulders, your neck. Start to interlace the hands here and begin to press the heels of the hands away from the body. Keep the spine, the ribs nice and tall and long. And then slowly begin to lift the arms higher up towards the sky. Keep as much of a bend in the elbows as the shoulders feel comfortable. You might extend the heels of the hands even higher, or you might have the hands closer down towards your head. Find where you are today, and then you might start to gently lean over towards one side. Keep the sitting bones down, keep the seat secure in your chair as you lift up and over. Coming back through center, we'll sweep over towards the other side, lifting up and over towards the opposite side, and then coming back through center to slowly lower back down, little by little, matching your breath, breathing here as you lower the hands to the front, maybe bringing the chin in towards the chest or rounding through the spine if that feels nice in the back and shoulders, and coming all the way down until the hands meet the legs. Releasing here, just shake out the wrist a little bit, maybe a couple circles of the wrist one way and then the other. And then we'll find a little bit of support for the ankles before we do our balancing pose. So starting to lift one heel and then the other, and then both heels together. We'll lift and lower, lift and lower. Doesn't matter which one you're on or if you're doing both together each time. Take a few of just the heels lifting together now. Heels lift off the floor and lower. Find your breath. And then start to lift the toes, lifting the toes up and down. Toes come off the ground and lower. You can do one foot at a time or both together. Feel the movement through the ankles, the calves, the shins, creating that muscle stability that we'll use for the balance when we come up to stand. Take one more here. And then lifting the right leg, lifting the knee. We'll just circle the ankle a couple times one way and then the other. Coming to the other side, lift the knee, circle the ankle. You could hold on to the leg to do this. Circling one way and then the other. And then take the right foot to come up, crossing the right ankle over the top of the left knee. If that's not accessible or comfortable, take the ankle to cross right over the bottom ankle. So a wider figure four or a higher one, whatever you're feeling today. Take the hands to the tops of the legs. Maybe keeping the spine lifted, or if you'd like a deeper stretch, you might start to extend forward towards your legs. Feel the heart extend down towards the legs rather than rounding through the lumbar spine. We're making this about the hip, not about the back. Finding space in your right hip. Maybe flexing the toes on the right foot back towards the knee if that supports your knee today. And taking another full breath here as you gently start to press back up into the legs. Maybe hug that knee in a little bit, circling out the right hip. And then lowering the right foot back down. We'll take the left foot to cross over the top of the knee. If it's better to cross at the ankles, stay there. If you're comfortable up higher, stay there. Maybe the toes flex back towards the knee. And then with a big inhale, you might start to extend forward, staying on this side for a couple breaths, evening out the movement. Finding that space in this side of the hip, the legs, the glutes. Listening to your body as you align the energy. Take your time to breathe and slowly lift back up, releasing the leg back down, circling this knee a couple times, finding some space and release in the hip. And then start to walk the feet about as wide as the chair or a little wider than hips width apart. Let the toes turn out slightly. The knees are tracking the same direction as your toes. So a goddess squat position, but we're in the chair. If you want to take this standing out of your chair, you could take that option too. Starting to bring the arms up to cactus arms. Let the elbows pull back, the heart's nice and lifted here. We're going to take one elbow down towards the hip and then come back up to center. Taking the other side, working the obliques here as we come down and lift back up. Use the breath to move through these movements. Try not to grip or hold or tense within the body. As we take this a couple more times to each side, lowering elbow towards hip and back up. Elbow comes down towards the hip and we rise back up. Taking one more on each side, evening things out. Soften through the face, the jaw, the neck and the shoulders. Take the hands down to the legs. Keeping the fingertips pointing in, we'll just take a gentle twist here. Start to lower your right shoulder down towards the center, gazing up over the left shoulder. Little twist here. Gently rise back up through center, taking the opposite side. Shoulders coming down towards the center, gaze up towards the other side over your opposite shoulder. One more each side as we lower down and twist. Coming back up through center, we'll lower and twist. Lifting back up through center, heel toe your feet back in together. Find a little bit of a sway and movement here to realign the body, maybe circling the ribs, circling the shoulders, the wrist. And then we're going to come up to standing. If standing does not feel good, you can stay seated and work through these motions seated as well. So coming behind the chair, we'll find mountain pose. Let the feet be about hips distance apart. Roll the shoulders back down and away. The palms could face in or face forward, whatever feels supportive in your body right now. Find a gazing point straight ahead as we find this balance. So the ears are stacking over the shoulders over the hips over the heels. You might even intentionally just lean slightly forward and back or right to left. The chair is here for support, so you can take the hand to the chair at any point or even hold on to the back of the chair with both hands to guide you into Tadasana. Feel a nice tall spine here. And we'll take 2 deep breaths, maybe closing the eyes. Feeling the breath in this standing position as you inhale and exhale deeply. Starting to walk the feet just a little bit wider, maybe the width of your chair, maybe just a little wider than hips width apart. We'll come to star pose. You could take the arms out to the sides with the palms facing down, or you might have the palms face forward into this 5-pointed star. Find a neutral pelvis. So notice if you're arching at your back, can you allow the pelvis to be neutral? Keeping the spine nice and tall, the crown of the head reaching up towards the sky. Either pause here in star pose, or if you'd like to start to balance a little bit more, The chair is here for you as support. Start to lift one foot off of the mat or off of the floor, wherever you're standing. Maybe the arms stay lifted for this, or maybe the hands hold on to the chair. Balancing in the star. You can keep a gentle bend of the knee so you're not hyperextending the straight leg. Good. Start to lower the foot down. Realign, rebalance, re-energize here in star, and then start to shift to the other side. Keeping a nice strong core, start to lift the foot any amount. The toes might stay touching down, or you might start to lift the foot higher. Lengthen through the spine, lengthen through the top of the head, and extend out through the fingertips, taking up lots of space. Letting the energy flow through the limbs here. Full breath in, full breath out. Lower the foot, lower the hands, and pause here. Maybe let the hands rest down by the sides or roll the shoulders back. Notice what you feel. Feel gratitude for your body, for the stability, the strength to take any level, any opening, any release that the body needs at this time. And we'll come to a half moon variation with the chair. So you can keep the chair where it is and start to bring one foot behind the chair, or maybe even under the chair, depending on how your chair setup is. We're going to bring the back foot behind you with the toes pointing at an angle. So the chair seat is here for support. If you need to put a book or a block on the chair for it to be higher, you could do that, or you could hold on to the back of the chair for a higher support too. We're going to keep a little bit of a bend in the front knee, and then start to reach for either the seat of the chair or the back of the chair, lifting the back foot up. Let the toes point towards me like you're stamping behind you, flexing the foot. You can let the top of this hip come in and breathe here. Maybe the hand stays at the hip, or maybe the arm extends up towards the sky. Let the gaze go wherever you're comfortable, wherever the hand is comfortable. Find your stability here. Maybe the foot is still down on the mat. That's fine. Start to test around what feels good in the body here. And then as you're ready, lower the foot, lower the hand, bring both feet in, and find a gentle fold here. Hinging at the hips, you might rest down towards the chair or the back of the chair. Maybe letting the top of the head rest the mat, or letting the arms sway down towards the ground. Take your time to roll back up. And then come to the other side, or stay on the same side and switch to the opposite foot. So the opposite knee is bent, the foot's facing forward, the back leg is back. We're going to find what feels supportive here with the higher reach or the chair seat. Bending into the front foot, grounding down into the front leg. Half moon, we start to ground the hand, lift the back leg, flex the toes forward. Be kind to the hips, be kind to the neck. Let the gaze go where it's comfortable. Let the shoulder and the arm go where they feel supported. Finding and playing around with different variations as you find your stability and balance. Find your breath and slowly start to release back down. Lowering the foot, lowering the hand, bring the hips to face forward. Maybe take a forward fold here, letting the arms rest on the chair or down by the mat. Take your time to come back up to standing. And then making your way back down to the mat or to your chair, finding a final resting pose, maybe letting the spine relax, the legs relax. You could bring the soles of the feet together or keep the legs in whichever position feels comfortable. Maybe the palms face up towards the sky. Maybe one hand comes to the heart, one hand comes to the abdomen. Find your breath here, breathing mindfully as we align and balance the movements with our breath and our awareness. In celebration of the full moon, this time for renewal, this time for reflection, for clarity and brightness. Remaining here in a resting pose, feeling gratitude for your body, for your mind, for whatever comes to mind and you feel grateful for now. Reflecting on that as we close out the practice together with love and gratitude.